All right. We're here, people. What's going on, everybody? How's it going, Momo? Hope you're having a good day. I'm a little groggy. I just woke up from a nap. So, there's that. Hopefully the background music isn't too loud. Doesn't look like it is. So, that's good. All right. I don't know what we're doing today, man. I was just going to run through dailies, but I did that this morning. Good. About to rank 9 Aquaman. Hell yeah. Yeah, Aquaman rank 10 is going to be nuts for you. On my free-to-play account, I pulled Aquaman yesterday. I don't think I'm going to take him up yet, but I definitely am thinking about building him at some point. I still need Pandora for this account. We did get Nightwing up to rank 8, which is nice. We're working on Ocean Master right now. I got a bunch of shards, but I'm waiting till I can rank 10 him before I actually start the investment. But this account's looking pretty solid so far. I think my second team, I'm just going to bring up the Peacemaker team. I already have Batman at rank 8. We can also flex Wonder Woman in there, which will be nice. I really want to build up the Burn team, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to need both Superman to do it. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get both the Superman on this account, at least for quite a while. I'd also like to build the Mr. T team too, but I'm gonna need original Superman. But block team is looking pretty decent. We're getting there. I know it's soon, but 5 days till buffs. Need them now. Ooh. I'm cool with waiting. I know as soon as those buff drops, I'm gonna have to put in a lot of resources that I don't necessarily want to spend, but it's exciting to see new buffs for sure. We have team ups we got to do. Ah, we do. Yeah, new buffs are definitely exciting. I think everybody should start at least investing a little bit into their lantern team. That being like Guy and John and Jessica. I think they're about to get their season here pretty soon. And I think they're going to be a really, really good team. Yeah, my burn team and block team will cook. Oh, yeah. Burn is so good, man. A lot of people are sleeping on burn. I mean, I showed you guys, what, 2 days ago, like the power of the burn team in Elite Arena. Just imagine what they're doing in PvE content. Like, they're absolutely insane. I think we're also going to start recruiting for the league. I think I'm going to do that on... I think I'm gonna do that on Sunday night, and hopefully we can get enough people in the league by Monday before reset, and that way you guys will be able to participate in the league challenges with us and get maximum rewards, because we've been maxing out rewards with just me and the other active members, but the people that haven't logged in for about a week now, they're kind of holding us back, and we're trying to grow a little bit. But I guess I could put the link, right? Copy stream URL. What I want. I think that's what I want. All right, I'm gonna post this in the Discord. Hopefully. That work? No, that doesn't. I don't think I need. Did we lose that? What in the tarnation? Still gotta knock out a bunch of the these. I need to start stocking up on these resources. Who do we have for tactical? Nobody really. I guess we could try something like that. Would Phosphorus get priority? Dude, Phosphorus is going to be amazing after his buffs. He's already doing pretty well in the burn team as it is. But after he gets those HP buffs, he's going to do so much better in that burn team. At least on paper. Like, obviously we have to test it and make sure that, you know, the HP is enough and all that. But a lot of endgame players are using Phosphorus on the burn team as the off tank. He's looking really strong. They're still like up in the air whether the creature commandos are actually going to be enough. Like, they're not 100% sure if the buff changes are actually going to be enough to do anything for that team, or if it's just going to make the team like okay to use for a while, and then obviously you just replace them. But they're not 100% sure yet. From what I've looked at, I'm still not 100% sure yet either. But I think the next big team is going to be the Green Lanterns, or at least the Lanterns, not necessarily Green Lanterns, but just the Lantern team. I think is going to be the next big team. They'll probably shake up the meta, but we're still waiting on that confirmation whether we're getting a Lantern season or not. I don't know when the show releases. I think the show releases early next year, so like I would assume they're gonna release it around the same time that the show comes out, but more DCU, yeah. Anything that James Gunn puts out for the next like 10 years for DCU is going to be in this game for sure. I'm pretty sure they already have like a contract or something with them. Not only that, but we're also going to get like comic book characters as well. Example of that would be like Aquaman. Characters that they've already designed previously, and then they're just waiting to release in the schedule. These are just assumptions, by the way. I don't know anything. Um, I want to make that clear. The devs don't talk to any of the content creators, so we don't know much about anything. Hello, do you have a video what teams to build as a new player? Yeah, 3 teams to build should be a guide on my channel. You watch that, and those 3 teams will carry you through most of the content. It should be burn, block, and crit / AoE. The crit / AoE team falls off like a little bit late, a little bit early into endgame, but like it'll be able to clear through quite a bit up until then. But for endgame, you're definitely going to be using Zatanna and Wonder Woman from that team. Another character I've been looking at that I think is really, really strong is Two-Face. We can go look at Two-Face here in a minute, and I'll kind of explain why I think Two-Face is strong. Not necessarily as like a DPS character, but like he gives like a damage buff. And at rank 10, the damage buff is like insane. But yeah, the 3 teams to build guide should set you on the right direction for, you know, which of the 3 teams that you should build depending on who you've already have on your account. But it looks like debuff might be going bye-bye pretty soon. Which is kind of upsetting because I just now got them. I got most of them on my main account to rank 10. And I'm a little bit sad that they're going bye-bye now. I mean, I think they still have a little bit of time left, but they're already getting countered pretty hard in Elite Arena and stuff. They're still going to do great in PvE content, but they look like they might be going bye-bye. So Two-Face, right? The Two-Face brings a little bit of utility if he's in the front row, but that's not mainly where we're going to be using him. So this right here, his passive is crazy. So if he's in the back row and he has his passive, he's granting lifesteal, which is lifesteal's amazing, right? So you get 15% lifesteal when he's in the back row. He's also giving 18% damage reduction if he's in the front row. But when he's in the back row, he's giving damage amplification to back row allies. So they don't have to necessarily be bleed, and they're getting this damage amplification. This goes all the way up to 18% damage amplification. I think we've been sleeping on Two-Face a little bit, boys. Two-Face in the back row giving everybody damage amp is crazy. You can also use him in the front row too as like a off tank, and he'll give 24% damage reduction to the off tank, or to both of them actually. But I think Two-Face is pretty cracked, man. Not only that, do I have access to his badge on this? Yeah. Okay, so his badge, right? If he's on the debuff team, this is going to be really, really useful because the whole debuff team just wants to knock back action bar on the opposing team. So basically, if you get a whole debuff team set up, the opponents are just like never taking turns. And with Two-Face, when he does his coin flip, which is his advanced attack, he has a chance to knock back the action bar by 40%, which is a lot, by the way. And then when you get this to rank 30, he's going to toss 1 extra coin, right? So chances of you knocking back somebody's action bar by 40% just doubled. So I think Two-Face is one of those sleeper units that Well, I don't know if he's sleeper to like end game players. I'm pretty sure they already know, but just from what I've been looking at, Two Face seems like he hasn't got talked about much, especially from like the content creators, and he might be one of the best supports in the game. And he can be used. He can be slot into any team, realistically. He just shines really well in the debuff team because their whole thing is pushing back action bar and stuff. So, Two Face, Two Face looks scary, boys. All right, let's see if we can knock out this Nightwing. What's your opinion on Red Hood? I guess we can go over Red Hood. I think he kind of isn't that great. He wants to be used as an off tank, but like his stats don't really match as an off tank, and he doesn't have anything like Superman DCU has, where he's like crazy. He is very good in a bleed team. Oh yeah. Deathstroke loves Two Face. Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think his bleed team is really good, but he can also be slot into pretty much any team just for that damage amp and still go off. I think I think this right here, the bullet application is pretty interesting for Red Hood. The problem is I don't like his synergy. I don't like that it only lasts 3 turns. I think this is a major hit on his thing, or on his synergy. Let's see. That sucks about the debuff team because that's my main team. So Astro was my first legendary I got. Astro? Deathstroke? Or Sinestro. Okay. Well, like, okay, so like they're gonna fall off, but like it's not happening right away. Like they're still gonna be good for a while, but with all like the new cleanse characters that are coming into the game, them getting strong, basically countered by Mr. T's team, they're just not gonna perform as well in PvP. But I still think they're a good team. Like you can use them in a lot of different game modes, and they will carry you. So it's not that they're not a must build team anymore. It's just that like I can see them falling off here in the future. I used to use him as my off tank for my block team since I don't have Blue Beetle. Yeah, I don't. He wants to be a crit character, and the bullet thing kind of confirms this by like increasing his crit damage. But I don't. Like, I think he's still good in a crit team, but the problem is now is that we have a bunch of crit counter characters. And they'll probably release some more crit counter characters as well, but I don't think crit is going to be in a good spot here in the next like 6 months. They're already kind of falling off towards endgame, like at the beginning of endgame. The only ones that you're still using are Zatanna and Wonder Woman realistically. Crit is just not there, and Red Hood for a front row like off tank, he's just not. He doesn't do anything really. So like his revive mechanic is cool, but like if he can't survive a hit, it's not really gonna matter. Let's put Wonder Woman in this. We'll take you out. Put in. I think that should be okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, if you guys want your accounts reviewed, you guys want your accounts reviewed, make sure you join the Discord. I'll go ahead and drop the link in the Discord. We'll do some account reviews tonight. I really enjoy doing these and helping out the community. So if you are interested in getting your account reviewed, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. You can join the Discord and then go into the account review section and drop Snapchats of your, or not Snapchats, screenshots of your team. And we'll go ahead and do account reviews. But yeah, what are you guys thinking about the new buffs, man? I'm thinking the Lantern group is going to get really good when that season comes out. What do you guys think about creature commandos? Do you think they're going to live up to expectation? Do you think they got enough changes? I think the Weasel rework was pretty nice. Honestly, I think they're all just going to be used in different teams, though. I don't think they're really meant to be used together, but I want to use Starfire so bad. Oh yes, that Starfire is going to be. From looking at her kit, I'm looking at her, and I want to say she's going to be like A or B rank, but she's definitely a lot better now, like after the rework, than she was previously. I think Burn Team's really going to pop off. I think Burn Team is going to be even crazier than they are now. I wish OG Superman would have gotten a buff. I don't think he needs a buff. OG Superman's actually really strong. The only problem with OG Superman is that you need to get him to at least badge 30. You want that 2-turn invulnerability. That 2-turn invulnerability is way better than a 1-turn invulnerability. And I think OG Superman's actually really good. Can't really say about Creature Commandos because I didn't pull too many copies of them. Yeah, I haven't pulled any of them yet. I was really hesitant and I didn't want to pull them because like they were in a bad spot. We didn't know what their rework was going to look like. On paper, they look okay, but I honestly think they're just going to be all used in separate teams. Like I think Phosphorus is going to be a main character in the Bird team, and I think Weasel will be put on a Bleed team, and I'm not sure about where Bride really fits. Technically, I think she could be used in a Sacrifice team, but I don't know if you want to get rid of the Aquaman Maricomp for the Sacrifice team. Except for Bride, I don't mind or love them, but Phosphorus buff is nice for burn. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm still struggling to figure out where Bride's gonna fit in. Like her rework is nice, but like, did we need it? Like, does it do anything for her after her buff? I mean, granted, she is getting buffed, but like, what does that do for anybody though? You know? It's interesting though. It seemed like a lot of the older players didn't pull for Peacemaker. So it doesn't look like there was a whole lot of testing done for him. They're saying he's very, very useful in endgame. But they didn't really say too much about Judo Master or Vigilante, so it's really hard to say if that team is good or not, because there wasn't a whole lot of testing done for that team. From what I've seen and what I've used them for, they perform pretty well. But I honestly don't think they're an endgame team. Like I think you're just gonna, if you are building them, you're just gonna use them for a while, and then you're probably just gonna push them to the side. I know Judo Master hits like crazy, but I don't know if Vigilante's damage is enough. And with all the physical damage reduction that we have in the game right now, it's kind of like iffy if they're ever really going to be like meta or used. Look, if it ain't S tier block killer Buffs will be needed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they got to do something about block. Block is we thought, you know, when they announced the Brother Eye thing that they were going to nerf block a little bit by adding some teams that counter them, but it doesn't really look like they did. I think block's still going to be pretty meta for a while. I think the changes to Kid Flash were kind of interesting too. The only problem is like it's very niche. Like, yeah, he counters burn, but like you would have to specifically build a team to counter burn. But I don't know. Burn counters block a little bit. I think if your block or if your burn team is built like to max against like a maxed out block team, I think they win. I'm not 100% sure, but burn does seem like a good counter to block. Well, they did buff burn team with Starfire and Phosphorus. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm assuming maybe that burn is going to be the counter for block. They already do kind of counter them in PvP. The problem with block is like they need to take a lot of like debuffs. So I think a poison team would probably counter block pretty well. I think any type of like, I think frostbite would probably counter block pretty well, and I think burn counters block pretty well. But frostbite needs more characters, poison needs more characters, so burn's really your only reliable option to counter block at the moment. What counters endgame sacrifice team? Everything. No, they're strong, but they're not like game breaking or meta changing. I think the poison is definitely going to counter sacrifice for sure, but obviously we need more characters. I'm thinking about just building up poison ivy just to get ready for it, because it is October. Joker's kind of a scary character. I mean, so I'm kind of, there's a little part of me that's like, hey man, maybe we're getting Joker for Halloween, but you know, I don't want to say that 100%, but I do have like a little bit of a feeling like that's kind of what's going to happen. Like we're going to get the poison team for Halloween, and then I think in December time we should probably get the rest of the frostbite team. And then I don't know where the game goes from there. Whenever the Green Lanterns come out, whenever the show drops, I think show drops in January or something. So I'm expecting somewhere around that time we get the Green Lantern team. Frostbite only needs Killer Frost to return. He will destroy every single team. That's if they didn't like change her kit at all, right? So if they changed her kit to where it's not the same as it used to be, the Frost team might struggle. If they keep her the same though, then yeah, like Frostbite's going to be really dangerous, especially if they change up Supergirl. I think Supergirl needs to be changed to like strictly support. It looks like they built her as a damage dealer, but like they put the support tag on her. I don't know why. But I think Supergirl needs a little bit of a change to her kit. And hopefully they keep Frost like similar. I don't know. I don't want like another oppressive team. I want a team that can compete, but I don't want it to be like oppressive. Because she heals and controls. Who heals and controls? Supergirl heals? I'm not sure if she does. She definitely controls with the freeze, but I don't know if she heals. Prediction: Joker will be poison / debuffer. Well, yeah, if he's going to be in a poison team, he is going to be a debuffer. Debuff's or poison's a debuff. Supergirl. Yeah, I don't know if Supergirl heals. I could be wrong. I haven't really looked at her kit though. Like, I think I maybe looked at it when I first pulled her and was like, I don't really care. Every time someone uses Frostbite, she heals. Oh, okay. Well, if she heals, then she might be pretty good for that team then. Yeah, I thought she just froze people at a certain Frostbite stack. All right, we got one left. Hopefully I can beat this. Let's see, who else got changed? We had Creature Commandos. We had the Lanterns. Kid Flash got a change. I think he's going to be a good counter for the Burn team, but very niche. Who else have we not talked about for the changes? Oh, Vixen. I think Vixen's going to be better. I don't know if she's going to be best in slot for the block team, but I definitely think she's going to be a little bit better. I think the badge changes that increase her HP and attack are going to be a lot better for her. But we'll have to see. I definitely want to test out Vixen, because I did recommend a lot of players build her for their block team. And if her changes are enough, then she's going to be a pretty good fit up until you can get Blue Beetle for that team. DCU Supergirl Legendary 2026. Yeah, probably. Although I would probably guess that, like, she might be able to flex into, like, the Frostbite team, but I definitely see them coming out with, like, her own team. So, like, we could see Lobo as well. We could see a couple other characters. Just depends on who's in that movie, but... Hey, what's going on, Runes? How are you? Ooh, we didn't beat it. Alright, I'm gonna have to spend 50 gems to beat this. Unfortunate, but... I need that material. I hope they bring out Lobo. Dude, I'm... Like, if they're gonna build a team for the legendary DCU Supergirl, they'll probably do her own team, and if Lobo is in the movie, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not on that team. Is Aquaman rank 10 worth it? Yeah. Yeah, the unlimited healing for him is pretty good. They just add stats on Vixen, they not change her skill. I don't know. I don't remember. Like, I have, like, really bad memory. I know that they did change her stats to be more of like a tank. So how is he healing unlimited? Okay, so if you read his kit, let me see. If you read his kit, I think it's this passive. The Merciful Sea no longer has a limit on how many times it can activate in battle. It has a restriction until you get to rank 10, and it can only be done 5 times. So, like, he's not healing the sacrificed amount after 5 times. But when he gets to rank 10, he can do it unlimited times, which just makes the team more sustainable. He doesn't need more. More than 5? I mean, against the evil Foss boss, he does. Against Deathstorm, he's going to need more heals. Healing is very good, and it makes sense, but at rank 10, yeah. At rank 10, his healing just goes through the roof. Like, he just becomes... He's able to sustain the team a lot more. That's his ultimate? No, that was his passive, his first passive. He doesn't heal off his ultimate. His ultimate's actually pretty bad, in my opinion. The exhaust is okay, but... The exhaust and shelter are okay, but... I guess the adding 1 stack of shelter is pretty decent, but... I don't really care for his ultimate. We're really only using him for this. His first passive, his second passive, and... I guess some Frostbite application, and the School of Fish. School of Fish is really nice, especially at rank 10. With the cleansing and all that. But yeah, like his sacrifice, his healing the sacrifice damage is really nice. This passive is really nice, and then the School of Fish is really nice. But you really want his badge. You want to get his badge to rank 30. Getting that first round invulnerability for him is really nice, as well as for Mara. Can't wait for Shazam and Black Adam. Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting. I'm gonna switch accounts real quick. I'm not going anywhere, but how many shards for rank 10? So I think it's 2. I think you need a total of 280 for epics. So epic characters need 280 and legendary characters need 300 for rank 10. I have it in the Discord. It's in the resources tab, I think. It's helpful information. If you go into the helpful information tab on the Discord, there's a list of like how many shards you need for characters, and if you just add them up, like you'll be able to tell. But I think it's 280 for epics and 300 for legendaries. Honestly, badge 2 is crazy for Aquaman. Aquaman badge 2. School of Fish also applies 2 stacks of recuperate. Oh yeah, that's really nice. It's just more healing. Like Aquaman's whole job is just to heal that team. Heal that team and absorb damage. It's actually interesting because I've been thinking about him and Mara in a back row comp, just because of how much he heals. But I really am struggling like what team to put them on. They fixed her bug when her passive outright. All the block he receives in item and other buffs. But I'm going to try to build Vixen. This is the team I'm thinking. Nightwing, Vixen, Deathstroke, Ocean Master, and Robin or Two-Face. Yeah, I would go with Two-Face on that one, just because the damage amplification is like insane. I think Robin falls off. Like, I think Robin's fun to play with, and he does something that like no other character really does right now. But I think Two-Face is just like your better option, just because of this crazy damage amp that he gets. The damage amp increased to 18% at rank 10 for all back row members is pretty insane. So that means like your Ocean Master's getting damage amp when he counters and all that. Deathstroke getting a damage amp is insane. I think I think this is just solid. Robin kind of falls off a little bit. Like he's cool in a sense because he can pretty much snipe a back row enemy, like turn one if you use him right. But I think when the HP and stuff starts getting like crazy, especially like towards endgame, like Robin's just not going to be able to do as much anymore. But he is fun to use, especially in like as you're grinding up. Plus his shards are really available, so like building him up isn't like that big of a deal. Without Aquaman, Sacrifice would be cooked. I think Sacrifice was doing okay, but it was a mixed match team. Like some of the characters didn't really synergize. But Aquaman and Mara buff and changes definitely got definitely took the Sacrifice team into a better state. I got 115 8th metal, but rather save it and just buy the shards from the store. Yeah, you can do that. Your progression is going to be a little bit slower, but I think in the long run, saving your 8th metal for like your legendary characters is really going to benefit your account a lot more. Since he is the main team tank. Yeah, we're talking about Aquaman, right? Yeah, I like the Sacrifice team plus the buffs. Yeah. Yeah, the Sacrifice team is pretty solid right now. I think I'm almost positive you don't need Dr. Fate anymore. Although, if you don't really have many options, Dr. Fate works. The problem is he wants to be... Where is it? He wants allies to be at 25% health, and with Aquaman and Mara, like, constantly healing and giving buffs, as well as Pandora, like... Your team's never going to get down here to 25% health unless it's like towards the end of a fight where you're struggling. But I don't think he might need a character rework or something going on, but he's just not really fitting. Like he does his job, but like he could do it better in a certain sense. Let's see. Best 3 legendaries to invest in for endgame. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. I'd say DCU Superman. And I'm a little biased on this last one. I want to say Sinestro. I think those are the top 3 legendaries to invest in. You could make an argument for Deathstroke as well, because Deathstroke's damage just gets crazy at endgame. Let's see if I'm missing any. I haven't heard too much about Hal, so I really can't say anything about Hal. But Wonder Woman for sure. Wonder Woman at Endgame is like a staple for all of your Crisis Watch events. Like it's the only Wonder Woman, Zatanna, Two-Face are gonna be like main characters to clear Crisis Watch at like the high score of like, what is it, 10,000? Yeah, so people getting to 10,000 are using Wonder Woman, Zatanna, and what's his face? Two-Face. They're using them, and they're getting... Obviously, those characters have to be really, really well built, but that's how they're getting the 10,000 scores. And then those characters are also used pretty much everywhere else as well. Oh, I saw that you don't need Dr. Fate. No, not necessarily. Like you could slot in pretty much any DPS and they'll work the same or better. Most of the time it's better, but yeah, Dr. Fate just needs a kit rework. He's just not in a very good spot right now. Mr. Squirrel loves Hal. Yeah, I think Mr. Squirrel's a big Aquaman and Green Lantern fan. I try to keep character bias out of it. and really just look at their kits. But those characters are really strong, so I can't really blame them for that. Who would you recommend for 5th on sacrifice team since Fate isn't needed? You could use Wonder Woman if you have Wonder Woman. You could use... Realistically, like any DPS character works. I use Zatanna. I really like Zatanna. Zatanna giving the frantic stacks and the life steal, and then also cleansing debuffs. I think she fits really well in that team. So when I was testing characters, I used Zatanna quite a bit. I feel like Zatanna's a really good fit, but Zatanna's just a really good character to slot into a lot of teams. So like, as far as like DPS, you could use Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman does nice. The problem is like you really want characters that synergize, and with like nobody else really synergizes but Dr. Fate. I'm sure one of the few who chose OG Superman over Wonder. Well, yeah, I think a lot of people just told people to get Wonder Woman. I can see why now. Wonder Woman is just crazy good, especially for like endgame content. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I don't have enough. But I think OG Superman's not a wrong choice because you can build the burn team around him, which is also a really, really good team. So Aquaman is OP. I don't know if he's OP. I think he's good, but I don't know if, like, he doesn't change the meta at all. Like the sacrifice team didn't really change the meta. They just got a buff with Aquaman. When we're talking about OP characters, we're talking about like Mr. T's DCU Superman. Like those guys changed the game and how the game's played. They changed up the meta. That's when I think about OP characters, I think about characters that do that. And Lifesteal got a buff. I count as a heal, so indirectly buff to Zatanna. Yep. Yeah, I think Zatanna is, so I'm definitely going to start building up Zatanna here pretty soon. And I want to finish out Mr. T. I kind of want to take up Guy as well. But I don't know, Guy kind of feels underwhelming in certain situations. But definitely... like Mr. T and DCU Soups were game changing. Like they changed up the meta, they changed up the game. Like they pretty much just like they dropped and countered debuff. They countered debuff straight away. And then I need to start. I'm pretty sure I got some, but I really need to get her to rank 5. So I don't have to worry about her anymore. I need to get Sinestro to rank 5, or sorry, rank 10. We're talking about rank 10s. I need to get him to rank 10. But legendary shards, man, they're kind of hard to come by. That's why you got to save your 8th medal and be sure that the legendary characters that you invest in are the characters that are going to perform well. Luckily, I've made the mistakes so you guys don't have to. I need to get Bizarro up too. I think he's pretty close. I think, yeah, I'm 30 shards off of getting him to rank 10. And then Raven. I need 1 or 2 more copies of Raven. So about 2 more copies of Raven. And then my debuff team will be maxed. And then I can switch focus onto maybe some new teams. I don't think I'm going to take Sac. I don't think I'm going to take the sacrifice team up. I think by the time I get them built, they're just... they're not really going to be useful for me. So I think the next team I need to build Oh, I definitely need to start building up Two-Face as well. I think I'm just going to go for the long investment next and build up Jessica and John and just wait for the Lantern season. Because I have a feeling the Lanterns are really going to change the game. I think Poison is going to be really, really good too. But the problem is we need more Poison characters. And until we get more Poison characters, Ivy's kind of just like useless in a way. I guess you could slot her into a team that you don't want healing. But she does need, what is it? She does need 2 other Poison characters, right? Or no, I think it's only 1 other Poison character, but honestly, the hardest part for me is leveling up. Yeah, leveling does take a while. Like I'm sitting at like 260 and like the requirements are just getting more and more ridiculous. Luckily, once you get to like 300, you're pretty much set. And then once you get to 300, you only level up during events that require you to invest like five levels into characters. Because once you get to 300, the only way that you're going to get past level 300 is by getting rank 11 on your characters. So each character that you get to rank 11, you'll get plus 5 levels. By the way, the Sun stat heal bonus will increase the lifesteal. Sun stat, substat, heal bonus will increase the lifesteal. Yeah, so our crit heals, these substats right here, these will affect lifesteal now, or at least after the October 7th patch. So some gear might get changed up as well because of lifesteal. Like if there's a lot of lifesteal going on, those teams will want maybe a couple characters with the heal crit set. Obviously more testing will have to come from that, but it's gonna look pretty good for lifesteal. Getting that buff is gonna make this set a little bit more viable for a lot of characters. Because right now the only people you're really using the crit set on is Pandora. Like once you have it on Pandora, you're good to go. Oh, check that out. No, that wasn't what I was. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something. Who did I get it on? I got an HP bonus percentage. Granted, it's only epic tier 2, but it's still a big boost to HP, which is pretty crazy. When you get to level 300, the pain begins. Oh yeah. Starting trying to get characters to rank 11 is a pain. It requires so many shards. Like you're gonna need 160 shards just to get him to rank 11. I guess that's more like really pushing into end game stuff where you're trying to like mid max and get all your characters ranked up, and yeah. But it shouldn't be too bad. Well, it should be bad, but if they make some improvements to like the summon economy, like a lot of people have suggested, including myself, maybe we'll start seeing more characters at rank 11 and stuff. But SAC team is going to be my second team. That's a good team. It'll carry you pretty far. Need a new tier list ranking video after all these buffs. I'm not gonna do a tier list video. I don't like tier lists. I don't think you can rank characters on individual stuff. I think you can do teams, but I don't think you can do. I don't think it's really healthy to recommend characters to people. Like recommending characters to people from a tier list, like I don't know, because if I tell you like, oh, Deathstroke is like the best character in the game, you know, he's rank 1, like build him, but I don't give you context on what teams he's good in, Like it's kind of just gonna hurt you because you're gonna build him up, but you might not have his team or a team that works well with him, and then you're sitting with like a rank 10 Deathstroke that you don't have a team for. I would, if I was gonna do a tier list, I would much rather do it as team based. I'd be like, hey, look, this team is really good. This team is really good. This team is really good. And then I could make videos explaining those teams. Oh, by the way, we finished the SAC team for the videos, the guides. What teams do you guys want to see next? Because we can start going into it. I'm going to start doing more individual videos for character builds and stuff like that. But I kind of want to do them one after the other, like on a team. So if you guys have any suggestions on what team we should look at, then we can do that. Mr. T team? Yeah, we can go over Mr. T team. That shouldn't be too bad. I wanted to do Mr. T. I wanted to do Burn. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'll start some videos tomorrow for Mr. T, and then right after that we'll do Burn. I kind of want to invest a little bit more into my Burn team before I start giving like recommendations and stuff on it. But my Mr. T team is pretty much built. The only thing I'm waiting on is some Mr. T shards, but I noticed that Epic Equipment Tier 0, the attack bonus is 4%, but Epic Equipment Tier 3, the attack bonus is 6%. Would you recommend to settle at Tier 0 first, then save up? No, so I wouldn't invest in anything below Tier 2. Like if you're gonna push gear, wait until you get to Tier 2. Because upgrading takes so much. Like if I wanted to upgrade to 16 and I put all of this in there, I'm only going to get to level 13. So it takes so many of these, like your experience, to level up gear, that you're better off just saving as much material as you can before you start upgrading gear. And that way your tier 2 gear will last you a while. Especially if you get stuff with like percentage on it. Like if we go to Nightwing, if I get stuff with like percentage on it, if it's tier 2, it's going to be amazing. But anything lower than that is going to take a lot of resources to build, and it's going to hurt you in the long run because you won't have enough resources to build up your tier 3s. So, I mean, you can, so I do put a little bit of levels into like the tier 1 and tier 0s. But it's only to get like that first unlock, and then after that I don't. And if you guys aren't building a lot of characters, you're going to be able to save a lot of resources. So I recommend you just saving resources until you get to gear tier 2, and then start investing. Because anything below tier 2 like just doesn't have enough stats. Yeah, so like the first unlock for the tier 1 and tier 0 is okay, but you don't really want to go for the tier 2 and or not, the second unlock and the third unlock. I maxed out 5 tier 0 gear and signatures. Yeah, you're gonna want to save those. But the 0 is cheaper when upgraded. It's about 5k bolts or 2 stats. Yeah, I still don't recommend it. And it's only because it takes so much experience just to get this up. The more experience you have for late game, the better off you're going to be. I used a lot in other tiers and now having problems. Yeah, see? And I'm struggling right now with it too because I'm building out multiple characters, I'm building out multiple sets. Like, it's not a good idea. Unless you're a big, spender and you can afford to buy the upgrade experience. But if you're not, you gotta really decide what you're gonna invest in, and anything below the epic tier 2 is just not worth investing in. Block is good with Deathstroke and Peacemaker as off tank. I think yeah. Like it'll work up until a certain point. Peacemaker's interesting though. I think he's a good character. I think he's a good character, but it's hard to say. Like he wants, oh, how do I say this? He's very good at late game because of the fragile and the armor break, but otherwise you wouldn't really use him unless you're doing a full Peacemaker team. You think Peacemaker is overrated? Nah, he has his use. He has his use. He's not gonna be good in everything, but he definitely has his use. 2 times XP, maybe your Peacemaker is built up rather than your blue. I haven't invested in the Blue Beetle yet. I have other legendaries that I need to invest in, so I haven't really invested into it. Plus, I think at endgame you only need him tier 8. You only need him tier 8 for the for his passive here. Everything else is just kind of a bonus. The main 2 that are carrying the block team is going to be Nightwing and Ocean Master. Everybody else is kind of just extra. That's why, like, when you're building the block team, you want to get these 2 up first, and then everybody else can follow. My Peacemaker is rank 9. Deathstroke is rank 9. That's really good. I think Peacemaker's good. The problem is like he's not used in every game mode, but he does have very good use for endgame. Why Peacemaker rank 9 don't unlock any skills, but all of the characters does that? I don't know. I'm not a dev. I couldn't tell you their decision making or why they do certain things. I want to go try to get some more points in this. Dude, so we dropped to rank 7. Obviously, I'm not competing with this guy. He's got crazy team going on. But I'm looking at some of these teams. Like, this dude's Judo Master's cracked for sure. His Wonder Woman's cracked. But I'm trying to figure out... See, like, the Burn team is also dominating in these. Another Burn team. I think I have enough shards to rank 10 Green Arrow as well. But I'm sitting at 7. And the team I used is pretty decent. I'm just not like 100% sure what other team is going to be really useful here. I've been trying out different combinations, trying to get a max score, but it's a little tough. I wonder why developers don't work with creators. Better for the game. I think it would be, just because we'd be able to get information out a little bit better. But I mean, that's up to them. If they don't want to work with us, or if they don't want to try to build a relationship with their community, then that's on them. I'm not really worried about it. And they probably have their reasons as well. So. Do I think it would be a little bit healthier for the game if we had information beforehand and all that? Yeah, but it is what it is. Burst videos, like what Raid Shadow Legends does. I don't know anything about Raid Shadow Legends or their content creators or anything like that. I always thought it was a scam. But if the game, I mean, if the game is still pushing, like it's probably doing a lot better than I expected it to. I heard there's a lot of monetization in that game though. Like you basically have to spend money or you don't compete or anything. Could be wrong though. I don't know. I never really looked into Raid. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. That game looked fun. I just couldn't get over how bad the graphics were, I guess. And it was kind of like the same thing as Marvel Rivals, or not Rivals, Strike Force, Marvel Strike Force. I'm curious, would you guys be interested in like Marvel Strike Force content? Like I kind of started building this channel based off Marvel Strike Force, but like I don't know. I don't know if many people are interested in it in it anymore. They just collabed with TMNT. Raid Shadow Legends collabed with TMNT. Oh, I bet that team's cool. Played it since launch. It's a money grab. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I can see that. I played MSF, but I couldn't do it. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stuff to do in that game. And the time restraints too. Like you have to be on at certain times and certain days, and I don't know. I slowed down playing MSF. I liked it. I mean, I started building this channel based off of Marvel Strike Force, but I don't think I stuck with it long enough to really get anything going with it. MSF, if you aren't in a clan, you can't progress. Yeah, but like, I think that's the point though. Like you want to be raiding and stuff. There's a new gacha game, Resident Evil Survival Unit. I think I'm going to try that. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. The only other game that I'm looking at right now is, what is it? Duet Night Abyss. It's similar to like Wuthering Waves / Genshin Impact, but it's more like Warframe, where you can get every single character just by playing the game and grinding. And the only monetization that they're going to have is like outfits and stuff. So I'm interested in that game. That comes out October 18th, I think. And so I'm debating on maybe doing a little bit of coverage on that game and seeing if you guys like it. And if you guys like it, then we'll just continue with that game as well. I still want to keep DC Worlds Collide as my main game, but I think Duet Might Abyss has a lot of potential to it. And the fact that you can get every character for free just by grinding and playing the game, I think that's I think it has a lot of potential. So if you guys are interested in that too, let me know. There's quite a few games. I was thinking about Kaiju number 8 too, but I'm not sure. Every anime game that I play gets shut down after like 2 years, so I liked it, but it's demanding. MSF, yeah. Yeah, Marvel Strike Force is definitely super demanding on your time and stuff. I need to check that one out. Yeah, Duet Night Abyss. It looks really, really cool. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, I need to try out a different team here. Maybe we try out like a Mr. T team. Oh, like what League of Legends do. You can unlock champions using their currency, but also you can use real money. So you can't buy characters in the Duet Night Abyss. You can only grind for them. Um, but the game it has a similar strategy as to Warframe, if that makes sense. If you guys have played Warframe, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, you can just get any character by grinding. And all the weapons too. All the weapons that you're able to get, you can get them by grinding. It looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie. And I played a lot of Wuthering Waves when it first came out too, so I definitely like the anime style stuff too. Like that, it's pretty unique. Okay, so we got these two. What else do we need here? Do we need another AoE? I don't think so. We can try. Oh, we need somebody to do frostbite damage. So we just bring Aquaman? Yeah? No, I can't. Okay. So we'll bring Mara. Do you know Chaos Zero Nightmare? I do not. I could look into it though. Frostbite helps in this. Mara. Yeah, I'll use Mara. I'm just trying to beat my score. I'm hoping we can do it with the Mr. T team. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. Music's pretty fire though, man. I'm surprised how much like copyright free music is out there. Pretty cool. Oops. Get a couple more stacks of this going. I definitely need Mara to... Okay. She needs to apply more frostbite. I don't know what's going on with it. I'd like to get to 5th place, but I don't know if I'm going to. Those whales are really killing me right now. Dang it. Well, at least he... Ooh, that's not good. What is item set for... Oops. Oh, like gear set? I'm using, 4 attack and 2 HP. Been working pretty well. Really haven't had any problems with him dying. Okay, so we lost Wonder Woman. I think this runs over. I don't know. We take out Guy then? Do we take out Guy and put in a healer? Who do we want for healing? We go with Pandora. His artifact. Chaos Crystal, I think? Yeah, I'm using the Chaos Crystal. Yeah, no problem, dude. Hope it helps. The Chaos Crystal, I think, is best in slot for a lot of characters, though. It's just so strong. I can't wait until we get more artifacts, though. Like, it seems like we should have a lot more artifacts in the game. I mean, I guess they'll be released over seasons, but I want more artifacts. Is the Batmobile the best reinforcement to level up early? I'm about 3 weeks into my count. If you have the Batmobile, yeah, level it up. But only level it up during events that require you to level up. Sorry, I mean rank up. You can. For ranking up, like you're really just gonna want to rank up the parallax one, but I mean you're not gonna be able to get that for a while. So in the meantime, I would, yeah, I just take everything up to like rank 2 or 3, then you should be okay, and then just save until you get the parallax one. The parallax one's a big game changer. It's gonna change a lot of things for you. I hate what they done to Green Lantern artifact. I know it makes sense that it's for Green Lantern because it's got 2 times. Don't even build a Green Lantern. I think it. Yeah, I think it was specifically designed for Green Lanterns. But it's a good artifact, especially on my boy Guy. Yeah, no problem, Scott. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, if you're so new, if you're like still new into the game, like you can pretty much do whatever, and then like you can recover your account in like no time. Affiliation restriction. Why they don't do it? Tag restriction is like only Shield Tag can use this. I think it'll be better once we get more once we get more artifacts in the game. Like it'll make more sense. But yeah, the restriction is a little bit weird, but I understand it. Yeah, I don't know, man. This team was scuffed too. I would have thought Superman would be doing a lot more damage. Let's see, what else can we try? We can try like a block thing. Maybe block works better. What did they do to my boy? Let's see, how do I want this to go? Like that? Oh, you know what I can do is I can probably switch some artifacts onto this sacrifice team. And see that. Problem is like you need frostbite. Otherwise these things are just gonna keep stacking like crazy. I'm hoping the bleed does enough like crazy damage. But I don't know. I think we definitely need healing too. Holy cow. Wonder Woman's almost dead already. Yeah, those poison stacks, or the bleed stacks, atrocious. Let's see. Do we have a cleanse? We need a cleanse. Who are we thinking? Do we just run these two in the front then? Is that gonna be enough though? Well, if we're running these two in the front, then we don't really need cleanse. We need heals though, for sure. Well, I guess he can heal. I don't know. Maybe Superman's not the play here. Maybe Raven? Does Even work? The problem is I'm not running a synergy now. You can try Aquaman Mara Judo team next. Yeah, that's the team I used to get the high score. Team works really well. I might be able to do a little bit better if I manual it, but I gotta make sure everything's on point for this one though. Maybe put Vigilante in the middle so he always locks Ocean Master. I mean, it doesn't matter, like, really, where I put him. He's gonna lock on Ocean Master anyway because he's the one with the most armor breaks on him. What's your high score? I think I'm in 7th place right now. I was in 6th place for most of the event, but I dropped down to 7th. I could actually try switching up their artifacts to see if that makes a difference. Like just giving them better artifacts. That'll probably boost my score up quite a bit. So if I can't get the high score here, I'll probably just do that. The Judo Master takes so much damage from that counter. It's crazy. Yeah, I think my total number of points is somewhere up in the 20, like 21 or something. Pretty high. I'd really like to get like 2nd place though. I think that would be ideal, but I don't know if I can compete with the guys that have spent over 10K on the game already. His team's working a bit better. But I don't know if it's enough. I can try switching up some artifacts. Maybe that'll make a little bit of a difference. Oh, cool. So we beat that high score. Still 7th place, though. I don't know how much more I need. I don't think it's much. Yeah, so I'm only losing to him by like 1,000 points. So maybe we just switch up artifacts real quick and then try it again. So I like his artifact there. What's he gonna want? He wants start of the bear's second, third, and fourth turn deals damage to go for 100% of that. I don't know if that's amazing on him. Hitting any target progresses the action bar 50%. Can be triggered up to 1. Very restricted right now. I guess we can try that on him. And for judo, I think we'll just give him the chaos. Right? Damage amp by 5. What do you think of customization of characters in this game? Right now, it's gear and artifact only because the emblem is fixed. I think it's fine. I mean, this is pretty much like a traditional type of gacha game. I don't think the game is like groundbreaking at all, but I think it does well. I just think we need more artifacts to be able to play with. At the start of round 2, sacrifice 20% of current HP, increases damage amp, and lifesteal for 2 rounds. Yeah, we'll just run that. We'll just run that and go back in. Oh, I guess Mara needs one too, right? What do we want on Mara? We'll just go Vile on Mara. But we'll check this out. See what we can do. Yeah, I don't really know how else you would customize characters in this game. I guess you could do like costumes, but that also adds like another monetization, and this game's already heavily monetized for the most part. So I don't know if that's something we want to add. I think gear and accessories are okay. Judo Master's damage too just seems really inconsistent because like sometimes you'll ult and you'll clear everything, and then sometimes you ult, there's like 1 or 2 left standing. What is happening here? I mean, the game is full of tag and affiliation. Maybe they can add general equipment that affect that. I'm sure at some point the gear system will get expanded. They'll put out harder content and stuff like that. I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't think they'll stop at tier 3 epic. I think eventually we'll get legendary equipment and stuff like that. And they could add like a tag affiliation style to it that boosts, instead of like the signatures boosting character specific gear, it would just boost a tag or affiliate, or it could be added onto there as well. I could see that happening. I don't think we need it right now though. I think the game is still like in its infant stage, and most of the content at endgame is getting cleared regardless of how crazy the gear gets. When they start adding in stuff that really restricts players from being able to clear it, that's probably when we'll start getting like a new revamp to gear and stuff. Yeah, losing judo right there was terrible. We're probably not going to be able to do this now. I don't know. At this point, I just need to like pop ults and get as much damage as possible. Yeah, I think losing judo there like messed up the run. Yeah, a bit unfortunate. The only other team I want to try now is the debuff team. I like the game a lot. Just wish we had a roadmap. Yeah, communication would be nice. But, I mean, we can complain about it all we want. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. I mean, it's really not that hard from the developer standpoint just to put out a roadmap. Unless they clearly don't know what they're doing, then it's extremely hard. But maybe they just have a a new dev team or something. I don't know. Maybe they have a new dev team that's never really done this. But I don't think WB really has ever partnered with um, content creators or really anybody for that matter. But roadmaps aren't unheard of. They did it for Suicide Squad. So like, I don't know. I don't know the problem. Another thing too is they haven't released codes for a while. Like I was expecting to get more codes, but like we haven't received any codes in quite a while. Like I don't think it hurts that much to pass out codes like once a month or something. I just feel like this game and Dark Legion just siphon the same player base, which is small as it is. I mean, you could say that about Marvel Strike Force too, but Marvel Strike Force has been going 10 years and has a huge fan base. I don't think it's the fan. I don't think it's the fan base. I think people lost a lot of trust with WB, considering what they did with Suicide Squad and a lot of their titles actually. But no, the last one they gave out was the Peacemaker one for the start of the Peacemaker season. I think people have just lost a lot of trust in WB, and they need to figure out a way to re-earn that trust so that players come back to their games. They've just lost a lot of trust, and the start of this game hasn't been very good either. Like the game's a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but they've screwed up on quite a few points for this game. Free to play don't have big roadmap. Free to play don't have big road plans, as they cannot heavily invest into thing if they don't get money coming in. Plus, WB games are in a big shakeup at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I don't know a whole bunch about the company, but they lost a lot of money due to Suicide Squad. They put a lot of production into it, and the game flopped pretty hard. Like, don't get me wrong, it was a fun game, but it's not what people wanted. People didn't want that game, and they released it anyway. Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't think this team has it. The only team I saw that worked was Burn. Burn seems to be really killing this event. And then anybody who's spent $10,000 on the game already, crushing it. I think I'm happy with seventh place though, for the most part. I don't think it's like bad. I'm still getting pretty decent rewards from it. Yeah, 25 Aquaman shards, 800 gems isn't too bad. My next big one would be at place 3, and I don't think I'm getting that. Big shakeups. They closed 2 major sub companies. They scrapped Wonder Woman game. Paramount is looking to buy WB Discovery. Big shakeups. Okay. Yeah, so like it there's probably a lot going on with that as well. I do want to see if we can summon another. We got the reinforcement. The new reinforcement is coming. Should be here in 6 days, I think. They're probably going to run it right after this Aquaman banner. Dang, no legendaries. Huh? Do the last one. How close are we to 8 o'clock? Got about 10 minutes till 8. Okay. Alright, no legendaries. We did get some shards though. Need to go ahead and switch these artifacts back over. Was there anybody else? Oh, Sinestro. Okay. Gonna double check, make sure all my artifacts are in the right place. I think they are. But yeah, so when the event drops for the new reinforcement, it's probably going to be similar to the crypto one. If you know I understand it correctly, it's going to be really similar to the crypto one. Basically, it's just going to be RNG. You want to try to get to what is it, the fourth board or whatever it was to get the unlock. Then you should be good to go. But it's definitely going to be heavily RNG based, which is not always the best. Let's try out some League Challenge. So I did some further testing, and it looks like my team for Sacrifice does really well here in the AoE one. So we'll show you. And technically you don't have to run Con, so like if you wanted to run Wonder Woman, which I'm gonna try with Wonder Woman right now. The $3 artifact pulls weekly shop is decent. Oh yeah, I buy those every week. Your artifacts are gonna play a big part in the game. They just give you so much stats that they're almost like game changing in a sense. Your artifacts are gonna become super important. So like getting them ranked up and getting them tiered up and all that is probably gonna help your account grow quite a bit. So if you guys aren't already like focused on gearing up and leveling up artifacts, you probably should be. On my free to play account, like every 10 pull I get, I go and spend it. Really no use in waiting. You can save your legendary ones for like new releases for artifacts, but that's up to you. Any idea what the new reinforcement is going to be? Yeah, so they said it at the beginning of the Peacekeeper season. It's like a ray gun or something. Looks like it was designed by Lex, and basically it's going to nerf superpower damage or something. I think it was designed to kind of counter Mr. T's team. So it should be pretty cool. We'll have to see actually what it does, though. They didn't really give us any information beyond that, so. I'm really curious to see if they drop another fusion character. I'm guessing it's gonna come soon if they are going to do it. And of course, I'll give like a full breakdown on it and whether I think you should do it or not. But if they're gonna do another one, it's coming like really soon. And if that's the case, I mean, at that point, unless you're trying to summon for a new team, that might be the best way to get a whole team together. I'm really hoping it's DCU Superman. If they give us a DCU Superman, they give us a DCU Superman one, it's going to be insane because everybody's going to have a burn team. Or at least people who summon for it, but or not DC. I'm not sorry. Original Superman, not DCU Superman. I'm hoping it's an original Superman fusion event. Okay, so we beat our high score here. Nice. And this was just autoing too. Only beat it by a little bit, but still better than nothing. Also, if you guys are interested in joining the league, we're probably going to do recruitments on Sunday the 5th. That way we can get everybody in before Monday reset. But it looks like we might be looking at getting 2, 3, 4 new guys. If you guys are interested, just make sure you're in the Discord. I'll drop the announcement probably Saturday or Sunday and let you guys know exactly how many people we're going to need. But we're growing pretty good. Our league challenge is at challenge 5 right now. We're looking to push into 6, but this is going to be the best way to get a lot of this currency here, especially for your league encrypted tokens. You're gonna want a lot of those. So, on my main account, I've been getting about a 10 pull a week, and then on my free to play account, it's about every 2 weeks. A lot of it depends on like your luck in these boxes right here, but this is gonna be super important for you. So if you guys are interested, just make sure you're in the Discord. I'll drop the link to the Discord in the chat. And if you guys want to join, just make sure you're in there. I'll drop the announcement like Saturday or Sunday. So this boss right here, Assad, I struggle hard with, man. I can never really break a good score in here. But I think Sacrifice Team's going to be pretty good for challenges. Especially League Challenge. Like you saw, they were able to do well in the AoE one. They're going to be able to do pretty well in Desaad as well. And then when it's the Sacrifice rotation, they'll be good on Steppenwolf as well. Legacy, my guild. Oh, so you're in Reaver's guild, huh? Yeah, those guys are really informational, man. They know a lot. They know a lot. Well, those guys played like beta versions of the game, so they're really knowledgeable on a lot of things. They're a pretty cool group of people too, man. They played the game first launch until they closed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they've been playing this game forever. Yeah, I've been picking their brains trying to get a lot of information out of them. Which I don't really see any of the other content creators really doing, so hopefully hopefully that puts me in a more knowledgeable state than some of the other content creators. I know it's not necessarily a competition, but I I pride myself on knowing information that other people don't. I'm surprised what's his face isn't still doing any DC Worlds Collide stuff. What was his name? Unstable Gamer. I'm really surprised he isn't covering the game anymore. I thought for sure he would. Because he had a lot of Unstable Gamer had a lot of valuable information when I first started. I learned a lot of stuff from him, but then he stopped covering the game. So I'm not sure what's happening with him, or if he's just decided to cover DC Dark Legion. But I wish he would cover this game. I think this game needs some more content creators. And realistically, like if you wanted to do content creation for this game, you could. There's not a lot of people doing it. So like the chances that your videos will get seen and watched and stuff is higher than like, let's say if you went over to Marvel Strike Force where it's already like super congested. They already have like 4 or 5 really top streamers over there that are getting all the information and stuff beforehand. We beat that one too. It's not bad. But like I said, I think they're going to be pretty good here and also in this one too. They're pretty decent. So League Challenge is a plus for me for the Sacrifice team. The new day has started, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we're gonna do anything on this account for the rest of the day because I want to stream it tomorrow. And if I complete all the challenges on here, then we won't have anything really tomorrow. So we'll go over to the free to play account real quick, and we'll knock out the dailies for the free to play account. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. And if anybody wants their account reviewed too, man, make sure you join the Discord. We'll do account reviews. We didn't really get any tonight, I think, because we did a lot on Tuesday. So, but it's all good. We'll do some dailies over here. Try to push a little bit more content wise. And they are going crazy upstairs. I don't know if you guys can hear that. They are running around and partying and luckily for a free to play, like you're never really going to struggle getting shards and stuff unless like you do like crazy enhancements and stuff, but for the most part you don't really struggle with getting shards to rank up characters. The only problem is like this takes a while to accumulate. Like if you're trying to like upgrade your Nightwing, it takes a while, but other than that, like your resource game is pretty decent as a free to play. I think in the very beginning you struggle a little bit because you're still like figuring out which characters to build and which and you're very limited on which characters to build, but I think the economy gets a little bit better as you like figure out what you're doing. All right, got that taken care of. Unfortunately, I did summon Aquaman on this account, which kind of set me back a little bit. I think I want to start pulling characters for the burn team, though. I don't know. We'll leave it like that. Oh, I almost have enough for Lex now. About 20 shards off. I think I had the fragments and I accidentally spent them ranking up Two-Face. But we're only 20 off, so we should be able to get Lex pretty soon. I'm not even 100% sure if he's needed anymore, but it's still nice to have him on the account as like a flex tank. So I believe we're still hard stuck here. I just think I think Cyborg's the issue here. But a lot of Convergence is just struggling until you're able to overpower them. Yeah, so obviously we need to level up a little bit more and we'll be able to clear that, but a lot of Convergence is just struggling until you can beat them. This one I'm still working on. I'm not really sure who I should be using here. I think Wonder Woman would be a better fit here. I don't think we clear this, unfortunately. Like, we're getting one down, but we can't get the other one down. I don't know, maybe if we switch these two, Red Hood and Nightwing, it would work a little bit better. It's surprising because he's not really doing damage to us, but we're also not really doing any damage to him. Yeah, I think it's switching Nightwing and Red Hood around would help. Actually try that. Are you guys excited, man? It's almost winter time. I love winter. I like the cold. I hate the heat. The heat is atrocious. Yeah, we're just missing the damage by like a little bit, dude. The rotation seems awful too. Like Wonder Woman should be ulting as soon as they drop. Oh well. Jeez, man. Ooh, look at that. He's already got his team set up. So I don't know why he doesn't have Nightwing as his main tank. I don't think Robin's strong enough to macro. Oh, look at that. We got that team set up too. Holy cow. All right. Hopefully they're not like crazy built. Well, that looks weird from the opposite end. And Nightwing isn't blocking at all. I don't know what his deal is. All right, that's one down. Hopefully we can take out Constantine in a decent amount of time. I think they've already blown through a lot of their school of fish too, so fingers crossed. Alright, so we're able to get out Nightwing. Hopefully Robin and Ocean Master can finish them. I think he should be able to. Yeah. Barely squeaked out that win. Once we get Ocean Master more built, though, I think we'll be in a better spot. It's the same guy. No, it's not the same guy. I think we can do that. Shouldn't be too crazy. So chess ults first. I think the shield team like got a buff as well. I don't know why more people don't run like Jessica and Lex together. I think that's really strong. I think John's rework is great too. We'll see what happens though. Take out the Wonder Woman. Yeah. All right. I think we have this one. Maybe. Took that W. Nice. Not winning any of those. Or those. Those. Or those. Or those. Alright. We're just going to take the L here. Like we got a turn team. All right, boys. I'm getting kind of tired, man. I think I'm gonna call it. I appreciate everybody who came out and hung out with us. Remember to join the Discord. We're gonna do account reviews if you need those. Other than that, thanks for coming out, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.